What's going on, guys? Tori Hughes here, Mandolin Rising Construction. Giving you an update here on the kitchen. So we spent the last week just chipping up this floor. It was an absolute nightmare, but Lish knocked it out. We spent long evenings working on this, so that's done. Now's the fun part. So I want to put this video together to talk about removing walls. So one of the questions I get asked in remodeling all the time is, can we remove this wall? And so the quick answer is always yes. You can do anything to remove walls. The complicated answer is it depends, and what does it take to be able to safely remove a wall. So the best way to figure out whether a wall is load bearing, which means load bearing just means that there's a load above it that's bearing down on that wall. So the best way to figure out if a wall is load bearing is to either get in the attic, remove HVAC return, try to figure out a way where you can see which way the joists are running above. So they could be running this direction or they could be running this direction. And in this house, the joists happen to be running this direction. And so the way you can tell is if you this is a 1-story, so we get up in the attic and you'll see every either 12 inches, 16 inches, 18 inches, you'll see 2x boards running kind of parallel to each other every 12, 16, 18 inches. And so in this house, they're running this way. So that means that if a wall is perpendicular, so if these are your joists running, if a wall is perpendicular, then that means it's probably carrying the load above it. If a wall is parallel, so for instance, this wall is running the same direction as the joist, this wall is not carrying any load. It happens to just be in between joists, and it's basically just a wall that you can run electrical, you can put a door in, you can hang your drywall on. It's not carrying any load above it. But this wall, if our joists are running this way, our wall is here, so the roof trusses are tied into the joists and it's actually bearing down on this wall. So the way we have to support, because we can't just go in and start knocking this wall out because the ceiling, the roof, everything will collapse. So what we have to do is we have to build a temporary wall. We're going to do it on the other side, and we're going to use shoring jacks with 2x material. And we're gonna put basically metal jacks up to hold the joists up so that we can come in and cut this whole wall out. So we're also going to remove that wall that goes into the bathroom, and then this wall has some damage where the fridge is, so we've got to remove that wall. We don't have to do any supports there because, again, the joists are running this way and our wall is parallel to the joists. So we can just blow those out and don't have to worry about it. But on this one, we've got to make sure that we support it, and then we can tear out as much as we need to. And then we're going to get 2 LVLs, and we're going to put basically stud columns in this wall and a stud column in this wall. We'll probably use 3 or 4 2x4s. Stacked together, and then we'll set our new LVL beam across the top. It'll be about 12 inches tall. So this wall will come down to about here, and then we'll just be wrapped in drywall, and then the rest of this can be opened up. So just to recap, anything's possible. It just depends on how involved and what your budget is and what you're willing to do to move walls. So a lot of times people don't want to go through all that hassle, and what they do is they just extend this opening. So they may go a foot in either direction and then just put a small header. That's way less involved, but the way we want our layout, we want this whole wall gone. So we're going to go ahead and support the whole wall and tear the whole thing out. I'd love to chat with you about a basement finish or a bathroom remodel. Hope you guys are crushing it this week. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Be encouraged, keep pursuing your dreams. We'll see you next time.